Okay, so today has been like the supreme of all days, and I've dealt with situations in my life like this, but I just see it just coming back to back, and I just see the enemy trying to attack me in the realm of finances, people, relationships, and I just had to make a video for those of you who feel like everything is coming against you and these extreme measures. My thing is, I trust God so much that I'm not going to allow anything to hinder me from where God is taking me. And there was one song that I always listen to, and it says, if you don't understand my story, you will never understand my worship. And so then you go through things like this, and most of the time you say, God, why me? Why, I do this and I do that, and, I glorify your name, and I try to do the best that I can. I understand that I'm human, you know, but I'm going to speak for me. My faith in God is so firm. My foundation is so flat footed in Him that there is nothing that no one can take from me that God has given me. And so, as I'm listening to my gospel music, and I said, God, for the next year, there's nothing that's going to go into my ears other than worship you. I don't want to hear any religion songs talking about, God, can you help me here? God, can you do this? God, can you do that? God, can you bless me in my finances? My prayer for asking things are done. Me praying and asking God for things are done as far as material things. Now I am in a where I need God to invest into me spiritually. And so for me to move forward, I have to recognize where my strength lies. And so I said, okay, God, I need something. I said, there's somebody that's going through something worse than me that needs to hear this, that needs to hear my story, that needs to hear my struggle, that needs to hear where I came from and where I am. And, for me, I feel like I have been on a path of destruction. When I was younger, I started off, I had a child at the age of 17. I got pregnant at 16. I had my first child at the age of 17. I graduated high school at 17, and I got in college, I got out. I got in college, I got out. I got in college, I got out. Finally, I was able to utilize my certified nursing assistant license. With that, it came with other things. I was trying to, go somewhere, move forward, and things of that nature. And that fell for me because of my decisions as I was younger. We all know that we make bad decisions. So I made some bad decisions. And so now I had to reap the consequences of that. And that led into a life of sex, drugs, um, sacrificing my body uh for the to the pleasures of men so that I could just make $1 just to get by. And a lot of the times people chastise women for trying to make it. I had three kids at the time that I had to provide for. And you think that you're going in there, in this lifestyle to be able to provide. And actually, it consumes everything in your life, and it just takes so much out of you. And so I began to do things like, I was just out there. And as far I was a stripper, where money would come, I would go, and I would just sacrifice everything, not recognizing that I was a diamond in the rough. And understanding that God had made me to glorify Him. That is the purpose that He put me on this earth to do. And so my ultimate goal was to be able to glorify and give God glory, and to express His love to other people. And so even when I tried to get on the right road, it was just so many different things that was happening. And, I couldn't seem to get it right. And I would get into God's will. And then finally, I get to the point where the devil snatches me up. And when he snatches me up, I don't know how many people know what being having a demonic possession is spiritually, but it is draining. And it happened twice. And so I feel like at that moment, God had let go. God had let go. And the last one was so triumphant for me because it was just when I came out of it, I was better than who I was when I went in. And I still went through things and I still struggled, but I understood that the devil was real, you know. And so it was a 4-day process. I went through it for 4 days. And on the last day, it was a Sunday. And when I went through it, before I could go to church, I was sitting on there because my body is worn out. I'm going through this thing for 3 days and I'm trying to hear God's voice. And when I sat there on the couch on day 3 and I said, Mama, I don't know what languages that was, but she said, ask God. And so I said, okay. And so I went and I asked God, God, what language was that? And he said that was the language of the Gentiles. Although the Jews and the Gentiles their language was similar, it was understandable between each other. The Gentiles were of the ones who were of the world, and the Jews were the ones that followed God. And so he told me that was the language of the Gentiles. And so as I'm laying there, and my sister, she's braiding hair with a longtime friend, they come in the room, and I'm laying on the bed, and my body is flipping out, and I'm yelling, and I'm screaming, and I'm speaking in different languages. And I'm laying there, and all I could hear the devil say was, God, let me have her. Let me have her, please. And God said, no, not this one. See, even the devil has to ask permission. And I am a living witness that he will go beyond extreme measures to try to get you. So on the last day, I sat in the bathroom. My body was hurting, couldn't move. I've been seeking God this past couple days. It's like, God, God, God. That morning he had spoke to my children through me. And he had told them what their journey was for him. And I sat in the bathroom. My mom had to get me dressed. And my body flipped out. And he had literally threw my body against the corner of a tub. Tried to snap my neck. He tried to take me out. But how many know God is good? See, when there is destiny and greatness in you, and God has mastered the craft because he's good at what he does. When God has mastered the craft of perfection, there's nothing that the enemy can take from you. And when he has called you to do such a thing as his work, there's nobody that can deter you from where he is taking you. I couldn't move. I called my mom. And I said, Mom, I can't move. He just tried to snap my neck. And at first she was like, no, we're not going to go to church, And she said, no, we're going to get up. We're going to go. And so we got up. We went to church. And in the spirit, I heard the brother on the piano at church. I heard him warring on the piano. And then I seen my pastor looking at me. I love my pastor, Pastor Bertrand Russell, found the Blythe House of Worship. Woo woo. But First Lady Jeanette Russell, I love you guys. Those are some awesome people of God. Very anointed. And I mean, they've been there since day one, and they have never given up on me. So I'm grateful for them because I trust the God in them. I'm grateful. But I see my pastor looking at me, and he's seen it because he already knew what was going on. And he had sent my friend Natalie, didn't know we were friends, sent my friend Natalie to, the initial day to go over there and handle the business. But he was there. My sister comes to sit next to me. Friend Natalie is already sitting next to me, and she's She says, go get the oil. I need oil. And so my sister runs to her truck, goes to get the oil, comes back. And when she comes back, as the oil is being passed, I see my eyes following the oil. And in my mind, the whole time before this happened, the devil was like, I'm getting ready to embarrass you. And I was like, no, you're not. Today is the day. I'm free today. I'm liberated today. Today is your last day with being in my life. He said, I'm getting ready to embarrass you. And I said, no, I'm getting ready to be free today. So as we're going back and forth, the oil gets passed. She opens it, and my body just immediately flips out to carry me out of the sanctuary into a room. And she's laying the oil on me. Carry me out of the room. I don't even know who carried me. Whoever did, if you remember, thank you. Carries me out, and I'm laying on the ground, and I'm just hacking. And I remember Sister Nina works, so she was over me, and she was praying, and she was like, get it out, get it out. And so I also remember looking at Kai, and I noticed that every time I've been through this, Kai Russell has always been my focal point. If y'all know who they are, you know who I'm talking about. The first time he was there, the second time he was there, and he's just like, I could just see God in him, and he was just like, God was like, just focus, focus. So my pastor came, and I was speaking in that language, and he told the spirit in me to shut up. This is the Lord's house. And immediately it shut up. And I was free. I was liberated. I was able to move forward in my life. And it wasn't easy. And my road has not been easy. But God gave me this word today, and he took me back to Psalms 91. And he says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flieth by day, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because of thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, and even the Most High the habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come in thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash the foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lions and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shall trample under foot, because he has set his love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him, and I will set him free, because he has known my name. Yes, God. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him with long life. Will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Oh man, that's so powerful. And I don't even have to reiterate on that. Just listen to the words. And so he put a song in my spirit. And there's so many things God has been showing me these past couple days in my future, and I just see it coming into fruition. And I've been working so hard to get there, and there's been so many things that have come up against me where the devil has tried to take me out of here. And I'm not supposed to make it. He doesn't want me to. And I'm supposed to go back to my old ways. But because I trust God, I know that there is nothing that can come up against me that will take me from his presence. So I'm going to go with this song. Sorry, I'm trying to gather myself. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Jesus. I'm sorry, you guys. My spirit has shifted. I don't want to sing about crying to God on behalf of everything in my life. I just really want to say thank you. And I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. I don't mind waiting. I don't waiting on you, Lord. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. I don't mind waiting. Hallelujah. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. 'Cause what God has for me, it is for me. What God it is for me. 'Cause I know without a doubt that He will bring me out. What God has for me, it is for me. 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 That's why I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. I pray that this has blessed you guys. and that it has touched a soul around the world. In Jesus' name, be blessed.